Hi there, welcome to some of the latest breaking news within the Noah Presgrove case. This is kind of a separate key individual, but the theme of corruption and ties to bad things going on with investigations happening in the background, with police conducting their stuff, the OSBI, the theme and patterns to do with the Noah Presgrove case, it kind of all links together, and with some of the family members of Noah reposting, resharing these updates. That's why I want to be sharing it with you today, so you're aware of what's going on, and that's specifically to do with Charles Kyote Dunn. Charles Dunn, done and dusted, done deal, has been arrested previously, as some of you will know. Investigations started back at start of 2024 or so, January onwards. You get the idea of how these high-profile cases, high-profile people, an investigation can take quite some time. I mean, you look at the Noah Presgrove case, that's still ongoing. Maybe there's a time and place for everything. If you saw my earlier video about the updates from Noah's family, be sure to check that out because it could make more sense here in terms of there's a process to everything. But nevertheless, Charles Dunn was arrested for like sexual offences to do with younger individuals. I'm being careful how I word it because of YouTube guidelines, but there is new details. KSWO, I think it is, same ones that reported on earlier from a previous video, have done some coverage on Charles Dunn's arrest. Looking at the court documents, new details have come out regarding his arrest. So I want to present that to you right now, and let's see what else has happened. The title of this article reads, Court Documents Reveal More Details About City Manager Arrested for Alleged Child Abuse. This is by Cole Brumbello, published October 21st, 2024, so it's very recent. Waurika, Oklahoma. Court documents are revealing more about the city manager and his arrest. Earlier this year in January, OSBI conducted an interview with Waurika City manager Charles Kyote Dunn before serving him with a search warrant. That interview was conducted after an individual allegedly found 2 recording devices located in a bedroom and bathroom inside of Dunn's home. So to do with a search warrant. Okay, interesting. Dunn's electronic devices were seized during the investigation, and according to the OSBI, several child sexual abuse images were found. Now, those images that Dunn had, was he present to take those photos in the moment, in regards to whatever darkness was taking place at some point in the past? Or did he obtain them from online? Were they handed over to him? And the reason why it's important to know is if they've been passed around and passed on to someone like Dunn, what other people are out there? Is it a group? Is it a ring? How many more people could be dragged into this darkness and on the receiving end as well? It makes you think. According to court documents, around 1,970 images of 5 different individuals were found during a subsequent search of electronic devices. So 1,970 images of child sexual abuse. Doesn't sound too good, does it? I mean, nearly 2,000 images consisting of 5 different individuals, which I guess are victims, which is quite extreme. Dunn was arrested Thursday, October 17th, and he's been charged with possession and manufacture of abuse material, as well as loitering around residents to watch occupants. Wait, does that mean he was hanging around victims to get a hold of those photos or to take those photos, or is that like separate charges? Dunn was subsequently booked into Stephens County Jail. So we do have a little update here, so just let me know what you think in the comments. So it's quite shocking that, but you take in mind that with it being kind of like a high profile person of authority, I guess how it's handled with needs to be done properly, and depending on the severity of the charges, the more serious it is, the more it may require and demand full-on hard evidence and proof, and collecting that with time, 1,970 photos and anything else in the background, would that have been collected all in one go, or looked at over time, processed and all of that, getting it all together to build that case so it's strong enough to put against that person so then you can get justice? I guess so. But my question is, whilst the OSBI themselves we're focusing in on this particular person with this particular case, how much do the OSBI play a pivotal role within the Noah Presgrave case? Because I've heard the abbreviation mentioned beforehand. I can't remember what it stands for. Is it Oklahoma Service Investigation Bureau? Correct me if I'm wrong down below. I'm just trying to figure out on the spot. But I'm just thinking, whilst, yeah, there may be a process to everything and there might be movement in the background, and it's a part of an ongoing investigation and it's a long progress, and there's a lot more going on within this particular case because there's a lot more witnesses, a lot more people attached before, after, in between, compared to that Waurika City manager who is just one individual at least, with a lot of data and stuff collected along the way. If it takes like a year or more, maybe not a year or more, if it takes quite some time, many months in the city manager situation, then just think how long it could take with the Noah Presgrave case. I'm just thinking, could there be another factor of the higher the profile the individual is caught up within a crime offence is being committed, is it more likely for that to be fast-tracked, to be resolved quicker than if it was just a general situation with the general public? Or does it not work like that? I mean, you got to take in mind that with the Noah Presgrave case, even if certain authorities were involved, which there should be, are they more or less likely to get hands in and be proactive, just like the situation with Charles Kyote Dunn? I guess it all comes down to, is there any emotional, any family, any connectional ties with those who may be caught up within the case? It might just be that with the OSBI, they didn't really have any connections or conflict of interest with the Waurika city manager, so they were able to just get on with it and actually want to get on with it. But the Noah Presgrave case, local community or not, certain people in positions of authority power, if they're connected to those within the case, they might be a bit more stubborn and hesitant to make the next step because they know it's going to impact people that they may care for or look out. And it could have knock-on effects for themselves too, depends. So just let me know your thoughts down below. Are you shocked and surprised by these new details coming out regarding a separate high-profile individual? And does it strengthen or reinforce the links with the Noah Presgrave case? Is there a pattern to the process, or is one favoured more and resolved quicker than the other? Let me know down below. That's it for now. I'll see you later in the live premiere. Going to be a bigger video, somewhat longer. And yeah, goodbye for now.